Welcome, parents and students, to Post-High School Planning for Juniors. I am Lori Geyer, the Career Center Specialist at Centennial High School. I wanted to take this time to talk to current juniors about their future. In a few months, you will be seniors and you will have many decisions to make, and there are some things you can do now to help you prepare. I will talk about what you can focus on during the last few months of your junior year and what you can do during your senior year to prepare for your future after high school. Make sure you have completed all your advisory tasks. Senior year advisory task in the past has been to write a resume. There are many great templates online that can help you write your resume. Your senior year advisory task is due at the end of first semester of your senior year. We are transitioning to a new college and career platform called SchoolLinks. This may change your advisory task for senior year. Stay tuned for more information. Look at your unofficial transcript on Campus Portal to make sure you have all required courses taken to graduate. Each year, there are a few students that forgot they never took a second art course or went the PSEO route and didn't complete a required course. If you have any concerns after checking your unofficial transcript, please reach out to your counselor. For some of you, you have known for several years exactly what you want to do once you graduate. For others, that is not the case. Do not be in denial. It is okay to not know what you want to do, but doing nothing should not be an option. Start exploring careers you might be interested in. Watch videos on careers that look interesting. Contact someone that is in the field you are interested in and ask them questions. This can also be a good way to cross things off your list as well. You can start by doing a few career interest profile assessments. You have access to these on Naviance and on the Career One Stop website. If you know what you want to major in, Naviance has a great advanced college search or SuperMatch tab that allows you to put in specific information like your major, location, size of school, cost, and some other criteria that then will generate a list of colleges that might be a good fit for you. Once you get this college list, go to the actual college website to look at what they offer. If you know what you want to study, check out the curriculum plan for that major. Do the college courses you will have to take for that major look like something you would be interested in? A great way to check out a college is to come visit college reps when they come to the Career Center during LEAP. This is a great opportunity for you to ask, "Tell me more about your college," or to ask specific questions about a major or what life is like on campus. Many colleges and universities are test optional and do not require a standardized test to get into their school. Some colleges do require a standardized test score, so I would make sure you check with each college to make sure you know the requirements. I do recommend taking the ACT or SAT, as some schools require it for scholarship consideration and for specific programs. Most schools will accept both the ACT and the SAT, so you can choose what one would be the best option for you. Many of you are registered to take the ACT at Centennial in early April. If this is your first time taking the test, you may choose to take it again once you receive your score. ACT does have a couple of dates available in the summer to take the test. It is helpful to have your scores back by fall, so you can choose to submit it with your college applications or to choose not to. Spring and summer of your junior year are great times to visit colleges. Some students want to get the vibe of the campus, so want to make sure college is in session. If this is the case, you may want to wait until fall to go on tours. For many families, summer is the ideal time to go visit a few colleges. Before visiting, you can take virtual tours that colleges have on their website, or YouTube will also have videos of campuses that you can watch. Once you narrow your search, I recommend you visit the campus in person. You can only truly get a feel for campus by being on it. You can also check out the surrounding area. Once you have completed a tour, take some notes about the campus so you can compare it to other campus visits that you go on. You have many options to choose from once you graduate from high school. We have talked a little bit about the college option, but there are other options as well. You could choose to do an apprenticeship. This can be an excellent option for students. An apprenticeship allows you to work and get paid while you take courses for that specific field you are working in. Some careers that have apprenticeships are electrician, construction, HVAC, plumbing, pipe fitters, and sheet metal workers. Another option is to join the military. We have military reps that come to the high school every month. If you are interested in the military, I recommend talking to a few military branches so you can learn more about them and see what they have to offer. You could also choose to get a job after high school. I would recommend finding a job that is of interest to you and could possibly lead to a career. Seeing what other employees do in the company and what education they have to be doing the job they are performing could help you figure out what you want to do as well. Here is a list of resources to help you get started with whatever option you are considering once you graduate from high school. Naviance is a great resource to look at college and career options. Like I previously mentioned, we'll be transitioning to School Links in the fall of 2026. We are hoping students find School Links to be more user-friendly and also provide some essential tools and resources as you navigate the next steps after high school. The Career One Stop website is similar to Naviance, but is another resource to look at. The Occupational Outlook Handbook website is an excellent resource for looking at careers. You can find information on wages, education needed, and growth rate. I've added a couple of online resources if you are interested in an apprenticeship. If you would like more information on apprenticeships, please set up an appointment with me and we can talk about your options. The Anoka County Job Training Center offers job opportunities, workshops, and hiring events. The military may also be an option for you to consider after high school. In the Career Pathways Senior Checklist booklet that is in the folder on Schoology, I have listed all the military branch contacts for our area. If you want to find out more information or have questions, I would reach out to them directly. I'm going to spend the rest of our time talking about the college option. Many of you are thinking college might be the best fit for you. What type of college is the best fit for you? If you know what you want to major in, that will help you decide what type of college you would need. Will you need to take the ACT or SAT? Make sure you look at the major you are interested in to see if it is required. I still recommend students take a standardized test even if the college is test optional. Are my grades, class rank, and test scores in the range of the school I am considering? You can look up the academic profile of the admitted class from the prior year to see if your academic components fit within the academic profile of the school you are interested in. Also, think about the high school courses you have taken and plan to take your senior year. Have these courses prepared you for what you want to pursue? If you plan to go into computer science, do you plan on taking the computer programming courses at CHS? If you want to go into the medical field, have you taken anatomy and physiology or medical terminology? Specific courses can help you realize if you are on the right path for you or not. Some schools will want to see that you are showing an interest in the field you plan on majoring in. When looking at colleges, make sure you are focused on fit. What will be the best fit for you? I know it could be fun to go to college with your best friend or to go somewhere warm. It can also feel like you are being pressured to go to a four-year school when you aren't so sure that is what you want. Remember to focus on what is best for you and what you want. You are the only one that has to live your life. It is easy for everyone else to have opinions and thoughts. They don't have to live it. Do a lot of research and focus on the things that matter most to you. Start early when looking at colleges. The earlier you start researching, the more you can prepare. Starting early allows you to meet specific program deadlines and scholarship opportunities. Colleges can only admit so many students to each program. If the program you are interested in is popular and the college has rolling admissions, meaning they admit students throughout the course of the year, and it is possible to get an acceptance within 2 to 3 weeks, applying early may give you the best chance to get accepted to that program. Communicate as a family, and students, let your parents know what you want. Students need to take ownership and be the driving force when it comes to their future. Some colleges will only be looking at a student's GPA. Other colleges will take a holistic review when deciding if a student gets accepted or not. The primary factors colleges look at are GPA and course rigor. These two factors are typically the most important factors that colleges are looking at. Some colleges will also use a standardized test score to help determine if a student would be a good fit for their school. The secondary factors include activities the student has participated in, school and community involvement, and they may also require an essay. We do have some resources to help you write an essay that I have added to this folder on Schoology. It is important that you look at the admission requirements for each school you are interested in. Some colleges will want more than what the required courses were for high school graduation. The University of Minnesota and University of Wisconsin-Madison strongly recommend a fourth year of math and a fourth year of science. Most college applications will open up in August or September of your senior year. Look to see if you will need to write an essay, and if so, start preparing. Some colleges will want a letter of recommendation. Think about what teachers you could ask in the fall to write a letter of recommendation for you. Transcripts need to be requested through SchoolLinks, but will not be sent to colleges until mid-September. As I have mentioned before, specific programs may have an early application deadline. For example, if you want to apply to nursing at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, you need to apply before the November 1st deadline. There are different types of applications that you can choose to fill out or that the college may offer. Colleges will have their own specific application on their website that you can fill out. The system applications, like the University of Wisconsin and Minnesota State application, allow you to apply to multiple schools in their system using one application. The Share My App is the University of Minnesota system application and allows you to apply to one of 4 of the University of Minnesota schools. Students can choose to apply using the Common application as well. There are over 1,000 schools on the Common App. To apply to the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, students need to apply via the Common App. Students usually use the Common App if they plan to apply to several schools, and most of those schools have the Common App as an option. It will save the student time by only having to write the information once. I will show what the Common App looks like on the next slide. Most schools will want an official transcript, which you can request through SchoolLinks. There are some colleges that want students to self-report grades, like the University of Minnesota. You can find your unofficial transcript on Campus Portal. You may need letters of recommendation, and you also may need to write an essay. Let's talk about the difference between applying early action versus applying early decision. Early action is non-binding. Students will receive an early response to their application, but typically don't have to commit until May 1st. Depending on the college, you may have a better chance of getting in by applying early action instead of regular deadline. Applying early decision is binding, and if a student gets in, it means they are required to attend that specific college. You can also apply early decision to one school because of this binding commitment. Your school counselor will also need to fill out a form if you plan to apply early decision. I don't know many students that apply early decision because of the binding commitment. Here is an example of what the Common application looks like. As you can see, there are tabs on top to go to specific parts of the Common App. The page that we are on is the dashboard page, and it lists the colleges that student is planning on applying to and what steps are still needed to complete. Some colleges will require an essay or a letter of recommendation, and it will be listed there as well. I do have the list of the 7 Common App essay prompts that will be used for the 2026-2027 application that students can choose from if they use the Common App. I have added this worksheet to the folder as well. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid form. If you want an opportunity to receive federal grants, loans, or work study, you need to fill out this form. It usually opens October 1st of your senior year. Parents and students will need their 2025 tax form when filling out the FAFSA. There is a Minnesota program that some families may qualify for called the North Star Promise Program. This program will cover the full remaining cost of college tuition after other scholarships, grants, and tuition waivers have been applied. This program is for Minnesota residents that go to a Minnesota state school, a University of Minnesota campus, or a tribal college and make less than $80,000. This does not include room and board. To be considered for this scholarship, families need to fill out the FAFSA form. Centennial High School will host a FAFSA completion night sometime next winter for our families of seniors. If you have questions or feel uncomfortable filling out the form on your own, we will have financial aid advisors at this event to help families fill out the FAFSA. Students can start looking for scholarships now. There are many scholarships out there, but students will have to do some work to find them. I've listed some places for students to look for scholarships. The first place to look for scholarships is at the specific colleges you plan to apply to. Some colleges offer automatic scholarships based off a student's GPA or standardized test score. Some colleges will have a separate application that a student will need to complete. The most competitive scholarships can have an early deadline, so applying and getting accepted and then being able to apply for additional scholarships is important. I would add deadlines to your calendar so you don't forget. I have added a link to the post-high school planning folder on Schoology with colleges that have full ride scholarship opportunities. On Naviance, there is a scholarship tab that has scholarships available that CHS staff know about and add to Naviance. In February, seniors will have an opportunity to apply for the local scholarships that community members offer to CHS seniors. These scholarships include athletic programs or clubs you have participated in at high school, the major you are going into, and a variety of other scholarships. Some colleges partner with Raise Me, which are micro scholarships that you can earn for your high school grades, activities, volunteering from 9th through 12th grade. There are many search engines that have nationwide scholarships that students can search. I've only included FastWeb and Bold.org. These are websites that you can make an account and then use the filter to find specific scholarships that might be a good fit for you. I would also suggest you try Googling scholarships that are unique to you. For example, you could search high school senior engineering major scholarships. I also follow scholarships_360 on Instagram. They will list scholarships per month and will also give tips on how to apply for scholarships. I have added a document in this folder on how to apply SMART to scholarship applications that you may want to take a look at. I have a video in the post-high school planning for juniors folder on Schoology that goes more in depth about the scholarship opportunities. Every school has a net price calculator on their website. These can be helpful when figuring out how much a school will cost. On the next slide, I will show an example of what a net price estimate could look like. I recommend having an open and honest conversation as a family when it comes to the financial piece of college. It is very helpful for students to know if parents plan on helping them fund college. If they are, how much would that be per year? Also, it is helpful for students to know if parents would be willing to co-sign a loan. The federal government will only loan students $5,500 that first year of college. A bank is not going to loan a 19-year-old money without having a co-signer. Students, there are ways for you to help pay for college as well. Students, can you work during the school year? Students that work during the school year need to be organized and will need to give up some of their downtime or hanging out with friends. Make sure you don't take on too much too soon and find yourself behind on schoolwork and studying. Getting a job in the summer could be an excellent way to make money for school. Many college students can make $5,000 to $6,000 a summer, and this could be a great way to help fund college. Another way to help fund college is being a resident assistant. An RA is an upperclassman that lives in the residence halls on campus and supports the students living in the dorm halls. An RA typically gets their room and board covered as compensation. Being an RA can be very time-consuming and may not be the best fit for every student, but it is definitely something students may want to check out. I would also recommend continuing to apply for scholarships. Many colleges will offer scholarships only for upperclassmen, and they also have scholarships for specific majors. Continue to look at the college website to see what is offered. Also, there are nationwide scholarships for upperclassmen as well. Scholarships can be a great way to help reduce the cost of your education, but it's important to have realistic expectations. Most students receive a mix of smaller awards than one big scholarship that covers everything. Because of this, you should plan for other ways to pay for college too, like savings, financial aid, or part-time work. Think of scholarships as helpful support, not a guaranteed full ride. I used the net price calculator on the University of Minnesota Twin Cities website to estimate how much it would cost to go to the University of Minnesota. I put in very little data and did not include any financial numbers. You can add more specifics about your family situation to make it as accurate as possible. I just wanted to show you what a net price estimate looks like for those that have not seen one. For the 2025-2026 school year, it shows that the cost of a tuition plus room and board and some miscellaneous fees would cost $36,656 per year to go to the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. My example gave me a Pell Grant of $1,010, the Minnesota State Grant of $1,170, the U Promise Scholarship of $1,700, and a Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant of $600. I assume they gave me these because they had no financial numbers. If my family makes too much money, according to the federal government, I will not receive these. Any grant or scholarship you receive, you do not have to pay back. The next line shows the net price estimate. $32,176 is what I would have to pay for the year to go to the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. On the other side, it shows some ways to pay the $32,176. My estimate gives me $2,700 for work study or student employment on campus, which I can choose to do. It also gives me 3 loan options. I would receive the federal direct subsidized loan for $3,500 and the federal direct unsubsidized loan for $2,000. Subsidized means I won't be charged interest on my loan until 6 months after I graduate from college, and unsubsidized means that interest will accumulate while I am in college. The last loan it shows is a Parent Plus loan, or private student loan of $23,976 to cover the rest of the bill. The Parent Plus loan is taken out by the parent, and the parent is considered responsible for paying it back. A private student loan is taken out by the student, but will need someone to co-sign for the loan, which is typically a parent. If the student doesn't make payments on the loan, the co-signer will be responsible for paying back the loan. Students, please understand that all loans are money that you need to pay back. Please remember this is just an estimate, and depending on your family situation, it will look different. I just wanted to show an example. Each family has to determine how much money they are willing to borrow for college. I wanted to show some examples of how much loans can cost someone in the end depending on how much they borrow. I used a student loan calculator that I found online. I have included 3 examples. Just know the interest rate is variable. The first example, I borrowed $27,000, which is how much a student can borrow from the federal government in 4 years. Freshman year, they can borrow $5,500. Sophomore year, they can borrow $6,500. And then junior and senior year, they can borrow $7,500 per year for a total of $27,000. This money is all in the student's name. If a student took 10 years to pay this back at an interest rate of 6.36%, it would cost a total of $36,559.17 after 10 years. Interest added an additional $9,559.17 to the overall cost. In the second example, I took out $40,000 in loans, and at an 8.95% interest rate over 10 years, a student would pay $20,674.56 in interest on their loan. So, $40,000 in student loans turned into paying $60,674.56 after 10 years. The last example is using the University of Minnesota Twin Cities net price example that I showed on the previous slide. If I took roughly $30,000 per year in student loans and times it by 4 years to get a total of $120,000, at a 9% interest rate after 10 years, a student would pay $182,413.11 on a $120,000 loan. That is an extra $62,413.11 in interest. These examples are not to scare you, but to show the reality of what college can cost and how much more it can cost if you need to take out loans. We offer some college planning events at Centennial that may be of interest to seniors. I do not know the dates of these events just yet, but students and parents will receive messages about each one of them as they are scheduled. I will also update the school website with the dates once they are scheduled. College Planning Night is a night where we have a panel of colleges come and give general information about their college and the college system they are part of. For example, we will have Century come, which is a 2-year school, Minnesota State Mankato, which is a 4-year public school, and University of St. Thomas, which is a 4-year private program, come and speak on the differences of each type of school. The Minneapolis National College Fair is in the fall of each year. If seniors are unsure what schools they want to go to, this could be a great opportunity to see many schools at one time. If you are considering applying to the University of Wisconsin Stout, we have an Admit Day event at Centennial High School. An admissions counselor from UW Stout will come to CHS, and seniors can come to the computer lab to apply and get an answer right then if they have been accepted to UW Stout. The students that apply at this event will also be in a drawing for a $1,000 scholarship to attend UW Stout. We will also have a financial aid night, where a financial aid advisor will speak about the financial aid process and how it works. And finally, we will have a FAFSA completion night, which I mentioned earlier in the presentation. We will also have a college fair in February. We will have 2-year and 4-year colleges in attendance. Most colleges will be from the Midwest, but there will be some from all over the country. Families, if you have any questions about the material that I talked about in this presentation, please let me know. Students, I would be happy to make an appointment with you to talk about future planning. The future can be scary and stressful to think about, but it can also be exciting. There are many people that want to help you as you go through this journey. Please reach out and ask for help. Please email me or Schoology message me if you would like to talk.